In this video of the DigiFunnel Lab training, I'm going to show you how to create your product. So as you can see from the screen, I already created a cover for the product. I did that in the previous video. So if you haven't created your cover already, go ahead and check out that video. But we'll be progressing through this video in creating the product, and I'll show you the point where you need to have a cover. So the first step is to actually click on Create eBook. And I'm going to click on Create from Article. And what I'm going to do is I've got a section here that says Keywords, Repository, Match, and Collect. So I'm actually going to put in healthy eating. I'm going to leave that as it is. I'm going to click exact key phrase, and I'm going to collect 10 articles, and I'm going to click the find, and this is going to go ahead and it's going to find me 10 random articles that I could use within my book. So we're going to go through it, and you're going to see there is a variety of different articles that I can go through, and I can decide whether I want them or not. For the purpose of what we're actually doing here, I'm just going to click on this checkbook, which is it checks them all, but I can go through and check them individually if I want to. Once I've checked the ones that I want, I'm going to click Create. Again, this is going to take a few seconds, and it's going to take us over to this page where we can formulate the setup of the book. Now there's going to be an additional video where I show you how to edit the specific pages and add additional sections to your book. So look out for that video. But in this video, as I say, on this page, I'm going to show you what you can change through this section. So the first thing, I'm going to change the title. This is for my own purposes. So I'm just going to put in healthy eating. I'm going to put the author as Dave Smith. Here is where I can choose a cover image. I can click Browse. Now I can go through the process and without adding the cover, and then come back once I've created my book and add the cover in afterwards. That's no problem. So if you haven't created it, you can still keep going, finish your book, save it, and then come back to it once you've created your cover afterwards. So once I log in, any cover that I've been created will be in this folder, and you can see here we've got that one there. So I'm just going to put that there. So now I have the option to start changing the way that the text looks. So I've got some fonts here. I'm going to choose Lasso. It's one of my favorite fonts. Body text size. I'm going to choose 16. Dark mode activated essentially means that the page will be black with white text as opposed to white with black text. Simple. We've got some number in here if we want to add that in. We've now got headers. So for your book, you can have a header. So I'm just going to go with what I've put there, healthy eating, for example. I could add a link so it would be clickable. So, you could put some call to action there. Now we can align this how we want it in the left, the right, or the center. We're able to change the colors and the text sizes of this header. So for example, I might want to change it to the same font. We've got a footer. And again, we can add in a link here. We've also got a sub heading here. So this could be, so you could have your header there, but you could also change the, you could add a subheading here. So you could say, click here for my healthy recipes. And then, you would put in a link in here. But as I say, you can go through, you can, change the fonts of the various sections until you're entirely happy with it. The description here, this is just going to be some information for when you view the book as a description, just like other products that will be in the database. So if you want some information here to remind yourself exactly what it's all about, you can put that there. Likewise, the summary. Now, once you're done your changes in regards to the fonts and add in your image for the front cover, you're going to want to click here, Save Changes. If you don't, nothing is going to be saved. Okay. So you can see now that I've done that the image is actually for the cover is shown here. Before it was just a box where I could upload it. So at the bottom here, we've got the chapters here of the book. I can delete them, I can reorder them, and I can edit them. As I said, and also I can add new chapters. As I said, there's going to be a separate video where I go into doing all of that in a lot more detail, because there's a lot that can be done with the individual pages and the different types of pages that could be added. Okay, so we'll go through that in the next secondary video. So let's continue with what we've got. So once we're happy with that, we need to click on this big red button here that says Regenerate Book, because what it's going to do is going to go through all the changes and all of the bits and pieces that we've done, and then it's going to formulate it as a PDF within the system. So we're going to click Regenerate the ebook, and depending on your internet connection and how busy the server is, this could take a few seconds to a minute. Also depends on how large your book. If you've got 50 different chapters, it's going to take quite a long time for the system to create that. But as you can see, that done this small book quite quickly. And what I can do is I can click here on my library, and we can see here that the book has been created. We've got the cover there. We can see that it's 17 pages long, the file size, and these are, I can download in all of these different types: PDF, EPUB, MOBI, HTML, doc, depending on what I want to use it. But if I want to just use it as the DigiFunnel Lab funnels, I don't need to do anything with it. I can click on Preview the book here, and you can see it's added the cover. It's got a table of contents. And it's got some information, about the book there, so that's pretty good. I can obviously go back in and edit it if things aren't quite right, add in page numbers, calls to action, changing the size of the font, change the colors, making sure everything is visible, and obviously add in those additional pages that we're going to show you in the next video. So the subsequent videos are going to be showing you how to edit those pages, as well as, starting to formulate the funnel. Okay, because the next step before we make the funnel is to formulate it as a product, where we attach a landing page for this product, and then it becomes a standalone product that can be formulated within a funnel. So we'll see you in these next videos.